Hey guys, it's Jessie and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another reading vlog. Today we've got a super fun one and we're doing the trend I saw going around a few months ago where basically I can't stop reading until I read a 5-star read. I said read way too many times in that sentence, but we're just gonna move on. Yeah, basically you just have to kind of continuously read books until you get a 5-star read, and it's basically the video ends when I find a 5-star read. So I am quite picky with my 5 stars. I don't give out a lot of 5 stars. I think I've had 8 5 stars this year so far, and I've read 70 books, so I think less than 10% of my reads are 5 stars because I have to get like a 5-star feeling, if that makes sense. I have to like absolutely love a book, really enjoy it, and be very gripped by it as well to give it a 5-star. So this might be a longer video, who knows. I've got 3 books here that I'm thinking are on the docket for the video. I'm really hoping that they will be 5 stars, so I'm going to chat about those first, and then I mean, who knows, this video might be like an hour and a half long if I do not rate any of these 5 stars, but I think I will. So the first one we have Loath to Love You by Ali Hazelwood. This is a collection of 3 of her novellas, Under One Roof, Stuck on You and Below Zero, and I have given The Love Hypothesis and Love on the Brain both 5 stars. I don't think this is my best shot of 5 stars, so I'm going to start with this one because I do want there to be a video. I don't want it to be like me reading a 100-page novella and then be like 5-star great, but there is a chance because I have given both her other books 5 stars. I just feel like I need a little bit more time to connect to the characters, but I mean, who knows. So yeah, this is the first one because we've had a 5-star, 2 5 stars from her before. Then we have Grady Hendrix's new release. This came out in about January of this year. I have the cutest copy of this because it's the signed edition and there's a little ghost drawn on it. How cute is that? So this is How to Sell a Haunted House and I'm very excited. This is basically like a selection of romance novellas. This one basically follows I believe it's Mark and Louise, they're siblings, and they go back to sell their parents' house because I think their parents died. Yeah, so it follows those 2 and they are basically trying to sell the house, and the house is haunted obviously, and I think by like creepy puppets and dolls and stuff. So yeah, I'm very excited for this one. I gave the Final Girl support group a 5 stars, so I'm super duper excited for this. And then finally, if those 2 are unsuccessful, we have The Mysterious Case of the Alberton Angels by Janice Hallett. This is basically also a signed edition. How fun is that? I only just noticed that. Basically it's all a mixed media story about a cult, I believe, and yeah, I'm very excited. I gave the appeal like a 4.5, but this is probably one of my most anticipated releases of the year, so I'm really hopeful for this. So hopefully I will only be reading these, but maybe I'll be reading more, but we'll see. So yeah, I really hope you guys enjoy, and I will catch up with you when I start Loath to Love You. Hey guys, sorry I look and sound so rough. I've got a very bad cold at the moment, so I won't be talking too much whilst I sound like this, don't worry. But I just wanted to say I'm starting off with the Loath to Love You novellas. I'm going to start with Under One Roof. I don't know whether I'm going to read them all the way through, or 3 of them, or just read the one and then jump to something else, but yeah, very excited. And yeah, I just wanted to let you know I'm starting off with these. Guys, no. Oh, it was going so well. It was literally going to be a 4, and then we got to the penultimate chapter, which was a sex scene, and it was awful. It was so bad. I've never read a worse sex scene in my life. For one, it's going to be mild spoilers. It's only like 120 pages, so if you don't want spoilers, I'll put like flashing on the screen when it is spoilers and a timestamp, but the first bit isn't going to be. So the book starts with like the present and then it goes back. So the present is when they kind of slowly start, like there's like a little bit of sexual tension type of thing, and like stuff's clearly about to be initiated, but like it feels really weird because they don't kiss in that. It's very weird. Anyway, now for the slightly spoilers, I guess. Firstly, they don't really kiss before they like have sex. It's initiated by him being like overhearing her and then comes in and is like, I'm gonna give you what you want, and then like halfway through he talks about how he doesn't actually like sex, but he's really attracted to her, and then they just like have sex, and like it's really awkward, and I think they both just like finish really quickly, and like he's like, I'm sorry, it'll be better next time, and I'm like, I don't want to read about that. Like, why would I want my sex scenes to be awkward, uncomfortable, and like that's not what I want. Do you know what I mean? Like, it was just so uncomfortable. I had to skim it, and it was like, it was bad, and I'm not normally someone to critique a smart scene, like I'll just skim through it normally. Like it's not really my personal preference in books. Like I'm not normally too bothered either way. It's very much like, oh, it's there, cool, oh, it's not there, cool. Like I'm really not bothered by it normally. It's not something I look for or avoid, but that was just bad. That was awful and it ruined the book. Like it was gonna be a 4 stars, but I gave it 2.5 because I was like, that ending was horrendous. And then you had like a page and a half epilogue of them shopping like in a supermarket. Like it was so bad. I can't get over how bad that scene was. It was awful. It was so bad. And before that I was like cute, I was like kicking my legs, I was giggling. It was a very cute little romance. Like I love Ali Hazelwood's writing, but like please, like that was not necessary. I would have much rather had like the tension building up to their first kiss, which was not included in the book. I don't know, it was just weird. It seems so out of character for like the main guy as well. Anyway, that was a little bit of a disappointment. Not a 5-star, as I may have predicted, but I think I'm debating whether to read the next one or to go straight into another book. I need to like edit a YouTube video and post that, so I'll do that now, maybe have some dinner, and then I'm actually not too sure. I'll see what I want to fancy reading. Hey guys, it's the next day and I decided to just keep on with this, to be honest. I think I wouldn't have wanted to read one directly afterwards, but I think I'm probably going to read the last 2 now. I'm doing like reading sprints now, so I think I'm just, yeah, gonna hopefully try and polish both these off today. I've kind of put a little marker where I am and then also where the book ends, so where the next novella is. So yeah, we've got Stuck on You and then we've got Below Zero, so I think they'll be pretty easy, pretty fast reads. I'm very excited to finish these off. Okay, so I finished Stuck with You earlier today and I did like it. I thought it was very cute. I definitely preferred it to the first one. I mean, it was a bit annoying again. Like I feel like all the girl characters in these books are the same, like immature, insecure, a bit stupid, but overall I did enjoy it. I gave it a 3.5. So yeah, definitely a very enjoyable read. Now I've just got the final one left. I mean, yeah, there's not really too much to say about them. I don't think I gave a description. The first one is basically an enemies to lovers, like forced proximity thing, and then the second one is like basically a one-night stand to enemies to not enemies anymore, but they're basically just stuck in a life that's also forced proximity. So they're basically the same book. First one's Grumpy Sunshine, the second one's not Grumpy Sunshine, and I did like that more. Second one was just basically, wasn't really miscommunication, but it was good. It was entertaining. I did enjoy it, and I definitely thought it was cuter than the first one. And yeah, so now we're gonna go into the last one, which is Below Zero, which I believe is forced proximity again. We'll see. I'm very excited. That's not true. I'm like middle excited. That was like such a lie. I don't know why I told you that I was excited. I'm not. I'm excited to read Mysterious Case of the Elton Angels. That is what I'm excited for. Anyway, I'll catch up with you when I am finished with this book. So I ended up finishing Below Zero and it was actually my favourite out of the 3. We didn't have a ridiculously long hatred for kind of no reason / a miscommunication. I mean, there was one, but like it was lesser than the other 2. So I preferred that. And yeah, I thought it was quite a cute story. I really liked the love interest. I mean, it had the same plot, pretty much the same tropes anyway as the others, so I ended up giving it a 3.75 because it was my favourite out of all of them, and that was a 4 on Goodreads. But yeah, I did like it the most. I do think they're very similar. I don't think they were necessary really. I feel like we could have had one maybe, but yeah, overall I did like it. It was good and enjoyable. I mean, the sex scenes were cringy. There was just one. The sex scene was cringy, but I feel like that might be a trend with Ali Hazelwood that I'm starting to notice. I think in her other books I skimmed the sex scenes, but I'd seen a couple of reviews mentioning it, so I feel like in these ones I read them more and they were very cringy. So I think just like if I skim the sex scenes then it's fine. Do you know what I mean? Like we'll just pretend they're not there. But yeah, 3.75. I was pretty happy with this one. I think I might try a chapter or 2 of How to Sell a Haunted House tonight. We'll see how it goes. I'm very excited to give it a go. So yeah, this is our next read. I'll probably read a chapter or 2 tonight and then catch up with you tomorrow when I'm like 100 pages or so in. So yeah, see you then. Good morning. I am now on page 107 of, I was about to say Final Girl Support Group, of How to Sell a Haunted House, and I am enjoying it. I'm not enjoying it quite as much as Final Girl Support Group. It's not quite as gripping. I found it's definitely a lot slower to start with. I mean, there's been like minor spooky things like a TV turning on, but nothing else horror related at all, and we're already this much into it. It's also divided up by, I think it's the stages of grief, because the first like section was denial and now we're in anger. I am definitely enjoying it. I do just really like Grady Hendrix's writing, but I I do think it potentially could have done a bit more by now, because obviously we're over 100 pages in and I haven't felt like it's spooky yet. I mean, like, there's creepy dolls and stuff, but like nothing is actively happening that's scary or anything. So yeah, I was listening to a bit of the audiobook. I read about 70 pages physically. I'm enjoying it so far. Hey guys, it is a couple days later. I took a little break from this video to film a like 24-hour video that you guys will see soon, but I wanted to give you an update on How to Sell a Haunted House by Grady Hendrix. I don't remember when I last updated you, but I'm currently on page 159, chapter 16, and I think the issue I'm having with this book, because I'm reading it pretty slowly even though I'm halfway through, is once I get into it and I read a few chapters, I'm really into it, I'm really liking it, but I think I struggle to get into those few chapters. So I'll pick it up, I'll read one chapter and I'll be like, I kind of want to do something else, don't want to read this, and then I won't. But once I actually get into it, once I sit down, I read like 3 chapters, I'm really into it, I don't want to put it down. So that's the issue I'm kind of having with it right now. So I think what I'm going to do is listen to some of the audiobook whilst I tidy up my room. I've got like a whole bunch of clothes to put away in that bag there, and my room's a tip, so I can probably be cleaning for at least like half an hour or so. So I'll probably get a decent chunk done, maybe like a couple chapters in the audiobook, and hopefully that will get me more into it than I was before, because it is a good book. I think objectively it's a good book and I am enjoying it. There was one scene in particular that like spooked me a lot. I don't know if I spoke about it in the last update, but the scene with the squirrels freaked me out. So it's definitely spooky and it like has a good like horror vibe, but yeah, I do just want to get more into it because I do think I'm going to really enjoy it overall. I just need to actually get into it because I'm nearly halfway through and it is good so far. I think it's probably at the moment around a 4-star, but we will see. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do now. Hey guys, it's been a little while since we spoke. I'm home now. I had to come home kind of unexpectedly because very sadly we had to put down my cat this weekend, so I'm a bit off with like the videos and stuff, and if obviously I'm not super chatty in the rest of this video, that is probably why. But I am still reading. Obviously I like to keep my mind off things, so still been reading, and therefore I thought I might as well still continue on with this video, because obviously if I'm trying to cheer myself up, reading books that I expect to really like is going to hopefully help. So on the train down, I actually did end up finishing How to Sell a Haunted House by Grady Hendrix. Annoyingly, in my rush to get back, I left the dust jacket at uni, so we don't have the cover on it, but for now it's just going to be what you can see here. So yeah, I did finish this. I ended up giving it a 4.5, so unfortunately not a full 5 stars. It probably would have been a full 5 stars if I think just maybe 50 pages or so had been cut out at the start, just because I felt like it was a little bit slow to get into. I understand that you're building tension and there were definitely some very like tense points at the start, but I think overall I would have enjoyed it a little bit more if it just cut to the chase a little bit more quickly, because the really scary stuff started happening about halfway through and I would have preferred if it was maybe a third of the way through. That's just all, but overall I loved it. I really like Grady Hendrix's writing, so I think I am just gonna pick up all of his other books really. It's kind of like the camp over the top horror that I really enjoy, like the type of horror movies that I enjoy. I don't like really kind of like intricate serious horror that like you have to really think about, and I like stuff like this where it's just like, it's obviously not fun, but it's like a bit outlandish but still scary, do you know what I mean? And so yeah, I had a really good time with this book. 4.5, really did enjoy it. And then I moved on to The Mysterious Case of the Alberton Angels, which is my 5-star prediction, like my strongest one. Obviously these are all 5-star predictions because we're trying to find a 5-star, but this is the one that like I felt the strongest about. So I've been reading this yesterday evening and this morning, and I'm now 100 pages into it. So we're basically following this true crime author who's trying to look into the case of the Alberton Angels, which was a cult where basically I think there was like a mass suicide, and then there was like a young couple and they were convinced the baby was the Antichrist. They were trying to sacrifice it. So this author is trying to find the baby as it's about to turn 18, and she wants to get like the exclusive, and it's all told in like mixed media bits, so like text or interview transcripts, emails, things like that, like Janice Hallett's other books, which I did really enjoy. Well, I've only actually read one, but I do like a mixed media story, so I have no doubt that I'll like the other ones. So this one I am very intrigued at the moment. Again, as I say, we're only about a quarter of the way through, 100 pages in. I am really enjoying it so far. I'm very intrigued to see where it's going. I'm excited for a twist. I hope there's a twist soon or some reveals, because like certain things aren't adding up really, but nothing crazy has been revealed yet. So overall I'm really excited. Still hopeful that this could be a 5-star. I'm not sure fully yet, but at the moment I'd stick it at like a 4.5, but we've had no twist, nothing yet. So definitely has 5-star potential here. And I really hope it does, because I'm not sure I've got any other strong 5-star predictions. Like, I don't know what I would go for next. It would be a lot more of a shot in the dark than the ones I've had at the moment, because it wouldn't be like repeat authors or anything. But yeah, going to probably continue on with this now, and yeah, I'll catch up with you probably when I'm maybe halfway through and see if I have any different thoughts. So it is later in the same day, and I'm now pretty much bang on halfway through Mysterious Case of the Alberton Angels. I'm on page 222, which is a little bit creepy, considering that's where we were just talking about angel numbers and everything, and it's all getting a bit creepy, but that was entirely unintentional. But yeah, we're that far through, and I'm really enjoying it. I am really enjoying it. I have no idea what I feel about a rating yet. At the moment, it's between a 4 and a 5-star. I have no idea where it's going to fall in between there, and I'm so scared it's not going to be a 5-star, because like I was like convinced that this would be a 5-star, like definite easy, and then like the video would be done, bish bash bosh, you know, 3 novellas, 2 books, done. Especially after Grady Hendrix was so close. I was like, yeah, I'm so good at my predictions. Like, I very much got it, you know, in the right order. But like, what if it's not? Like, what if it's a 4.75 again? Because like, I can't fake a 5-star. I've tried before. Like, I was trying so hard to convince myself that Final Offer was a 5-star in my reading blog, and like, I've now come to terms with it. It just wasn't. Do you know what I mean? It was like a 4.5. It's fine. It's fine. I've had 7 5-stars so far this year. 3 of them have been Magnolia Parks books, so like that's the series. So if we discount those, I've had 4. We had 2 thrillers, 1 horror, 1 fantasy, and then the 3 Magnolia Parks books, just not a long way home. And I've realised I'm really not lenient on my 5 stars. Like, there's not a lot. So now I'm worried that I'm not going to find a 5-star read for ages, because I've looked through and I feel like I think I give 5 stars more than I actually do give them, because I give that 5 stars like less than once a month really normally, unless it's like a series. So now I'm starting to panic. I'm starting to worry that I will not get a 5-star, or at least I won't get one this weekend, because this vlog is meant to go up next week, and then if this one doesn't go up next week, I'm gonna have to like pause it and pause other vlogs, and I'm just gonna be searching for a 5-star read forever. And I'm panicking. Like, I'm panicking I'm gonna lose my job. I mean, like, it's like literally not even deep. Like, it's not deep, it's books, but like, what if I don't find one? Really enjoying this, where we are up to. I mean, this could be completely pointless, and this could literally be a 5-star, so we'll see. I'll just keep reading this, and I might update you maybe further towards the end. I'll probably continue this later this evening, but yeah, very good book though. I will just say, even if it's not like a full 5 stars, both this and the Grady Hendrix I'd say was incredible books, and would highly recommend. So yeah, having a good time with this. I might finish it tonight, might not, probably won't, but might do. Who knows? Okay, so I have finished The Mysterious Case of the Alberton Angels, and was it a 5-star? Drum roll. No, no it was not. I gave it a 4.75. I really did enjoy it. It was really good. I loved the kind of like format of the book. I found it so fun to read. I liked the twists and the turns, but I didn't think there was one big reveal at the end that like had me like gagged like I wanted it to. Do you know what I mean? I wanted like a plot twist, and I feel like there wasn't one. There was a reveal like quite towards the end that I thought was like a bigger twist than it was, and I was like, oh my god, this is insane. And then I read a bit on and I realised that only actually applied to a couple of things. It wasn't actually like what was behind the whole mystery type of thing, so I found that a little bit underwhelming, because for a second I was like, oh my god, no way. But that wasn't actually the case. The ending was definitely like, it went in a direction, it was slightly different than I expected, but I just don't think it hit for me. It wasn't really what I wanted from it, and unfortunately I was just a little bit disappointed by the ending. I didn't find it super twisty in a way that I wanted it to be. So yeah, I gave it a 4.75, and I really did enjoy it, but just unfortunately the twist at the end just wasn't there for me. So I'm very sad to announce that this has not brought us to the end of the video, which means we need to do a whole rethink. And I was thinking of coming up with like a TBR of potential other books, but I think, you know what, we'll just go in it one book at a time, and we'll really hope for this 5-star. So I put this video on hold for a little bit, and it's now got to the point where a new release has come out, which I'm pretty sure will be a 5-star. So I know Ali Hazelwood, we didn't have much success with the first novellas in the series, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna put that behind me and we're gonna try Love Theoretically, because I really do think this has 5-star potential. I absolutely adore her full-length novels. I've given Love Theoretically and Love on the Brain 5 stars, again ignoring the novellas, because I just feel like my favorite thing about her books is kind of like the speed at which I read them. I find them so addictive, and just like the development of the romance, whereas you don't really get that in the novellas. So I'm willing to allow them to be a blip, and hopefully I can really enjoy this one. So I'm going to pick this up this evening. I mean, I've binged both her other books I think in one sitting, so there's potential that I will just binge this entire book, but we will see. I'm really excited to read it, and I'll probably catch up up with you when I'm 100 pages in. Okay, so I'm 130 pages into Love Theoretically, and I'm really enjoying it. It's so cute. I do think there's 5-star potential. I really like it. Sorry, I've got my retainer in, so sorry if I sound funny, but we just had a little bee reference from Love on the Brain. Everyone's talking about the Adam and Olive references later, but there's such a cute little bee one. I was like, oh my god. I love that they all like exist in the same world. But yeah, really enjoying it so far. Oh, I'm so dark. Why is that? Anyway, I'm really enjoying it so far. Basically, we're following Elsie, who is applying for this new job at MIT, and she's basically on the side like fake dating people, like being people's fake girlfriends, like events and stuff. And then one of the guys that is like interviewing her for the job is the brother of someone she's fake dated, so it's like really awkward and stressful, and there's obviously a bit of tension there, but really good, and I'm really enjoying it so far. Yeah, I just love it. We just got an Adam and Olive cameo. Oh my god, I need to reread Love Hypothesis. Obsessed. Love it, and I'm really enjoying the book. I'm like this much through, and I think like it seems more developed than the other books. I feel like the plot we've had so far, that would be kind of like the full plot of the other books, whereas this has got like a full chunk left of stuff where I do not know where it's going. I'm very intrigued. I love it. I was saying this in my book haul that I like just posted when I talked about hauling this book, because I'm already partway through it obviously when I filmed that today, and I think it's like less similar. It's still very similar, don't get me wrong, but like I compared it to like if Love Hypothesis and Love on the Brain are twins, this is like the older sibling, do you know what I mean? So like you're able to differentiate more between this one and the other two than between the other two themselves, do you know what I mean? But yeah, really enjoying it. I really think I can't wait to see what else other books she comes up with. Obsessed. Okay, so moment of truth. I have finished Love on the Brain by Ali Hazelwood, and I really enjoyed it. I thought this was so cute. I don't know how much I said last night, but basically my opinions on this, I think it's definitely her best yet. I mean, I don't know whether I enjoyed it quite as much as the Love Hypothesis, just because it did have similarities, but I thought the main protagonist Jack was so cute in here. I really liked the relationship between the couple. I thought they were absolutely adorable. There's good diabetes rep as well. She's diabetic, and it's like mentioned in the story. It's not her whole identity, which is always great. I feel like this is like if the other two books are twins in how similar they are, this is like an older sibling, so it's like a bit more developed, a bit better. It follows similar themes, but yeah, I really enjoyed it. I don't know whether there was like a reveal towards the end. I don't know whether that was meant to be a plot twist, but I thought that was quite obvious, but I think it was more of just a conflict than a plot twist. But yeah, overall I did really enjoy it, and I give it 5 stars, so you know what that means. We are done for today's video. This one, actually, to be definitely honest, this took so long. I started this back maybe in April-ish, and then I had to pause it after I read those 3, and I had to pause it so many times. I thought I was going to get through these books so fast, but I was not finding 5 stars. It was getting me unmotivated to read. If I didn't think something was going to be a 5 star, I was like, what's the point of even reading it? So I put the whole video on pause because I didn't think I was going to have time to get the vlogs up that I need to get up, so I came back to it, and it's literally taken me forever. I'm so glad we had success with Love Theoretically, and yeah, I really did enjoy it, and I thought it was great. I also found out that it was based partially on a true story, which was really interesting to look up, like the whole thing with the paper that Jack put out. So yeah, really good. I really enjoyed it. So yeah, it was a 5 star. I really hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a like down below, hit subscribe, turn the bell to join a little club, make sure you turn on all notifications, then you'll be notified every single time I post a new video. If you want to watch my other videos, there'll be 2 on screen now to pick from, as well as a load linked up in the cards from earlier. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!